Hey, what's going on there, family? How's everybody doing? Yeah, Seafood Lester checking in with you. I'm just smiling actually because I'm really super excited because Tai Chi 360. I'm just excited because I make some posts sometime, right, on Facebook, and well, all the time, all the time. And sometimes I get some of the strangest responses. Strange to me anyway, because we all have our own perception. Now, here lately, I've been seeing a lot of posts in different groups on Facebook. And I said, let me post something on my page about the subject. So I'll start out by saying this, family, and this is in regards to Tai Chi. Buyer, like B-U-Y-E-R, buyer. Buyer beware. Now, where am I headed with this? I'm smiling, but it's serious, family. It really is. So buyer beware, because in this state of, I'll just call it straight up what it is, fiction world, false world, fake reality, we got a lot of foolishness going on in all areas of life. All areas, all domains. So Tai Chi is known for being a heart-to-heart art. Heart-to-heart. Meaning that although we can practice by ourselves quite a bit, ultimately we must have at least one training partner. Now that's if you're training Tai Chi as a form of self-defense. Or even if you're training for health, there's exercises that you can do with a partner. It's not mandatory, but if you're training it for self-defense, it's mandatory. Now bear in mind, we have people who are interested in Tai Chi as a health and healing modality, and that's perfectly okay. There's nothing wrong with that. Some people do it for spiritual cultivation. That's perfectly okay. That's the primary goal. And then some people, a very small percentage of the people in the Tai Chi world, they train it as what I would say a complete martial art. If you're not training it for self-defense, you can't say that you're training it as a martial art. We must agree on that, right? Right. Now, here's what has bugged me. I like to say this. When people don't stay in their lane, you know how you're driving on the highway and we have a 3-lane and people just all out of the lane, driving too slow for the lane, too fast, whatever it may be. All lanes of just confusion. That's what's going on in Tai Chi. It's also going on in other parts, other arts as well, I'm sure. All areas of life, because remember what I said, we're living in a fake world. So what do I mean by that? So first of all, in order for us to know anything, follow me now, for any of us to truly and honestly know anything, any subject, I like to look at it like this. Knowing. Remember this, knowing. 3 things, 3 levels of knowing. The first level is understanding. Understanding. So on the first level being understanding, that means the knowledge is still above you. You're under that knowledge. Follow me. It's gonna make sense to you. Follow me. So with understanding, it's not your knowledge. Really, no knowledge belongs to any of us. But when I say it's not your knowledge, I mean it's knowledge that you've heard somewhere. You've seen it on TV, on YouTube, on something, or you're not the source. Right? It's someone else's philosophy. This is understanding. So a lot of Tai Chi people, family, they're just spitting out philosophy. And this specific is fight philosophy. Now, this video is for everybody, even if you're not interested in the martial arts. Listen now, this is very important. So they're in a lane saying that they understand something when they truly don't. They understand it at the lowest level of understanding, the first level, which comes from spitting out other people's philosophies, fight philosophies. They haven't embodied it yet. It's not theirs. It's not theirs. This applies to health also. So we have to know our lane. So if you want to look up any statistics for the health part of the art, you can find it. Go to harvard.com and look up Tai Chi, and they'll show you all of the statistical data of how great Tai Chi is. So people who say, I do Tai Chi for health, I love those people. I love all people, but you get what I'm saying? These people I respect more because they're staying in their lane. Those people who say, I'm studying Tai Chi for spiritual cultivation, I dig that. I dig it. Now, studying it as a self-defense, you can also develop spiritual attainment. But you choose your own path. The thing is, we stay in our own lane. Man up, woman up to it, and stop being fake. So here we are, understanding. It doesn't belong to you. People spitting out philosophies as if it's theirs, as if they've actually practiced them. They have not. Buyer beware. Remember the topic. Know your teacher. Know what's going on. Do they have any statistical data to support what they say they do? Do they have a video? Can they share a video with you? What level of people are they actually having themselves engage with? Not just students. No, that don't qualify. That does not qualify. Now, if they're honest with you and tell you, hey, but I've only been practicing for X amount of years, this is what I can do, this is my abilities. Now, I dig those, I love those people. I'm only explaining to you who I am. I've been all of these people. I've been all of these people that I described already. You see, I'm not ashamed to say it. But I always kept it real. I always said, I'm not a fighter. I always said that. But I've also been able to gain a certain level of skill. I am Tai Chi. And when I knew that I was or am Tai Chi, I was able to use Tai Chi in the right way. But I don't boast and brag about that. It's nothing to brag about. That's not how it works. I wasn't doing it as a sport. I was doing it to save my life and other people's lives. But you don't go around bragging about that, looking for a video and explaining to people what you did. If you do that, I say it wasn't Tai Chi. Because you don't understand Tai Chi as a self-defense. Most people don't, because they did not have enough time into the art. They don't know themselves. Here we are, right back to knowing again. They don't know themselves. Did you hear me, family? They're just talking about other people's philosophies. So here we are. We went from understanding. We move into the second layer, number 2, inner standing. Now, with inner standing, this means you've taken on some commitment that most people just aren't willing to do. This is where you've added your own energy to the philosophy. Did you get that, family? You've added your own energy into the philosophy. So you're not doing this on Facebook, blah, 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 blah. You're not just talking about it. You put your butt inside of situations to develop true skill. And I told you how we go about doing that, right? If you're doing it for health, you put your butt in the spot to develop true health skills. You're serious about it. If you're doing it as a martial art, you put your butt in the place with other people, higher level skills than yourself, as well as lower level, and you've done what you're supposed to do to develop the proper skills. You're starting to embody it now. It's becoming yours. You got inner standing. So we went from understanding, no personal involvement at all. Only spitting out philosophies that don't belong to you. Now see, once you go into understanding, you develop some stuff now. You got some skills now. And don't give up. Only a small portion of the people stick with anything in life, no matter what it is. They give up when they're right there. So fall down, get back up. That's right. Fall down, get back up. Because all of those times when you fall down, those are lessons. Those are black eyes. It's okay. It's part of development. That's it. But most people, they don't want to do that. Most Tai Chi people don't want to get hit. They don't want to feel any physical force. They want to play safe. They want to only play push hands. And that's fine, but stay in your lane. You got to understand that you're only playing push hands. You're not getting punched in the face. It's different. You don't have a bare knuckle hitting your body. Your hand's not gloved in the streets. You're not training like that. That's what you got to do to be true Tai Chi Ren. Now, you don't have to beat the crap out of each other, but you got to touch. You got to get touched. And you got to know how to touch without injuring others. You have to know how to save your practice partner so you can play another day. That's when you develop some higher level skills. It's always the low level injuring the high level. The white belt always ends up hurting you, breaking your arm or something. It's never the higher level skill player. They know how to use a soft touch. It's something you develop. But when you start faking it, buyer beware. It's just not fair. It's not fair to the customers, to the consumers, because when people are looking for self-defense and they come to a person that really doesn't know it and you act as if you do, what are you doing to this person? You're jeopardizing their livelihood. As Tai Chi Ren, we're here to help and cause no harm. As Tai Chi Ren, you probably don't know this philosophy. It's not mine. I'll share it with you. As Tai Chi Ren, our number one Ren, R-E-N. So Ren is Tai Chi man or Tai Chi woman. So you and I, as Tai Chi Ren, no matter what you're doing it for, what lane, there's 3 lanes. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Health practitioner, spiritual development, martial art. Doesn't matter. That's fine. So here we are now, family. We move on to the 3rd layer. Remember, this is talking about knowing, buyer beware. Knowing. You must know what they know. Simply ask them to see something before you start learning with them. This is buyer beware. This is to protect the buyer, the consumer, a new student. Yeah, it's your responsibility just to ask them what have they done. And look for it. Do they have trophies? Oh, wow, great. They're doing it. Not just push hands trophies. If you're looking for martial arts, push hand trophies are great. But you want to find somebody who's had some contact. Wrestling is great. Kung Fu tournaments, awesome, yeah. Now check this out. 3rd level. Remember, because you don't give up. You're a Tai Chi Ren. You're a warrior. You stuck through this thing. You fell down. You've gotten up many times. You wake up in training when you don't even want to, when you don't even feel like it, right? And now you've got to the 3rd level of understanding. Family, at this point, you embodied the information. You turned it into energy through blood, sweat, and tears. Not really. You don't have to be, but you got to put in work as if your hair is on fire. No matter what you're doing it for, you got to work. You got to work it. You've done that at level 3. And if you've done this for many years, they say 10 years, and I must agree, before you realize that you thought you knew something, but you really only knew a really, really small amount. 10 years. You start to be able to play around with applications properly without really hurting somebody, intentionally or unintentionally. You know how to control yourself. And that's just the beginning. That's 10 years, family. This art is no different than any other type of thing. If you're going to school to get a PhD, you put in a lot of hours, don't you? You put in a lot more hours doing what we do, family. A lot more hours doing what we do, family. It has to be a lifestyle. And if somebody doesn't have the lifestyle that you're looking for as a teacher, buyer beware. You don't want to hear other people's fight philosophies. What's their fight philosophy? Because at level 3, you have your own fight philosophy. Tai Chi belongs to you at this point. You go from form to formless. From form to formless, the highest level. Very few people can say that they've honestly been there. They may think they've been there. Some people are a bit delusional. They never put themselves into any type of uncomfortable situation with their Tai Chi. This is the mass majority, family. I'm not saying all. There's a lot of good players out there, way better than I am. The thing is, a lot of those guys, they don't get involved like I do. They stay quiet. Sometimes I want to disappear. But I have a mission. This is part of the mission. Buyer beware. A lot of people don't want to speak out like I speak out. I speak out. I'm always speaking out. I'll just tell the truth. Because everything I've shared with you, I've been through. I've been on number 1. Spitting other people's philosophy. No true experience. I've been there. I'm willing. I'm man enough to say it. Yes. And I continue to train in a realistic fashion now to help increase my skills. There's no other way. We have to have ourselves immersed in an environment where people are better than us. If you're number 1, you got to get out of that, family. There's no growth in that. You got to get out of that. I'm telling you, I've been there. I'm going to get out of here. I'm not going to keep this long. And I did cover most of the points that I wanted to talk about. Take away from this video, family, 3 levels of understanding. Where are you on those 3 levels of understanding? Of knowing. Understanding, understanding, overstanding. Remember how I broke those 3 down and what it takes. And I know it makes sense to you. No matter what you're doing, this applies. This is truth. This is true philosophy. It's not my philosophy. It's just the way that things are. You get it, family? I'm checking out, family. Sifu Lester, Tai Chi 360. And I'm going to always tell the truth. Peace. Right back at you with another video.